A muscle tenses, an ear turns, and in that instant, two fates are sealed at once. It begins without a sound, and by the time the silence breaks, it is already over. In the end, the hunter and the hunted want the same thing, to see another day. Only one of them will. Morning reflections create a second horizon beneath the sky. Along the water's edge, the day begins with caution as well as beauty. The cool hour draws life toward places that will soon become crowded and hot. The plains emerge from darkness one contour at a time. Shade remains long, and every sheltered patch still carries the comfort of night. Within minutes, those shadows begin to retreat from the open ground. The sun rises higher, and the savanna's gentle colors start to sharpen. The brief softness of dawn gives way to the demanding brightness of day. By the time the horizon turns blue, the morning transformation is nearly complete. The first chapter of the day closes as heat begins to gather over the plains. Across the African savanna, every sunrise opens another day of movement, risk, and survival. Before dawn fully breaks, the savanna rests beneath a sky brushed with the faintest silver. The first hint of morning appears as a narrow glow beyond the farthest grasslands. Cold air lingers close to the earth, while the eastern horizon slowly gathers color. A quiet brightness spreads beneath the clouds, preparing the land for another day. In difficult seasons, experience can save more energy than strength ever could. One informed choice can prevent an exhausting journey in the wrong direction. The group benefits when age and movement remain connected. Young animals follow not only bodies, but also accumulated knowledge. Travel becomes a form of education written across the land. Every migration is also a lesson passed from one generation to the next. The young learn which slopes are safe, which banks are unstable, and where the herd should not linger. They absorb these lessons through repetition rather than instruction. Other adults may close the gap without any obvious signal. By adulthood, the landscape has become familiar through years of following. Family life among giants is shaped by proximity, recognition, and protection. Large adults create moving walls around vulnerable young. The safest place may be only a few steps from an experienced body. Older individuals often carry knowledge that cannot be replaced quickly. They may remember which pools lasted through past droughts and which routes became dangerous. Such memory becomes most valuable when the visible land offers few clues. A mother can change the entire shape of the group by placing herself between danger and her young. Protection is often quiet, expressed through position rather than confrontation. The group can transform from scattered feeders into a compact barrier within moments. Together, massive bodies become a defensive structure. Leaf litter slows runoff and encourages water to enter the ground. Where trees gather, their shade further protects the soil from rapid drying. Vegetation and moisture strengthen one another through repeated cycles. Damaged banks release more soil and make the water increasingly cloudy. Water reveals the effects of pressure across its entire drainage area. Wind can mix these layers and redistribute oxygen. Changes far upstream eventually become visible downstream. A damaged channel can carry extra sediment through many connected habitats. A protected floodplain can slow water and reduce the force of rising currents. The condition of the land is reflected in the condition of the source. Its roots, stems, and fallen material help control how quickly water moves. The landscape itself helps regulate the flow it receives. Where this balance remains intact, rivers can support a wide range of life. Healthy banks reduce erosion during ordinary flow. The surface of water also creates a meeting place between air and the world below. Insects touch down, birds skim above it, and breezes carry moisture away. Warmer water may remain near the surface while cooler layers persist below. Sunlight enters the upper layer and supports growth beneath the surface. Natural vegetation acts as a buffer between storms and the river. Clouds reduce this energy and temporarily cool the water. Even a quiet pool contains continuous physical change. Temperature changes through the day create subtle movements within the pool. Flowers are rare during the driest periods, making each bloom especially important. Some trees flower while nearly leafless, directing energy toward reproduction rather than foliage. Bright blossoms stand out dramatically against bare branches. Life gathers wherever the landscape offers. The timing reduces competition for attention in a sparse landscape. Its branches may fill with insects and birds during the hottest season. The dry months can produce unexpected moments of abundance. Fruit left on trees becomes increasingly valuable as other food disappears. Each eaten fruit may carry its seed toward a new patch of ground. Dry season scarcity can therefore assist the dispersal of future forests. Hungry animals become partners in the tree's reproduction. A season of shortage can strengthen ecological connections. The savanna survives through exchanges shaped by need. What appears inactive is often carefully preserved. The relationship benefits both sides without requiring intention. Their color attracts pollinators across long distances. The future of the savanna hangs quietly from weathered branches. A single blooming tree can become a center of activity. the tree exchanges nourishment for movement. Nectar becomes a valuable resource when few other plants are flowering. Animals visit repeatedly, spreading seeds far from the parent plant. As the ground warms, the sky becomes more active at higher levels. Birds respond quickly to the temporary abundance created by changing weather. By midday, soaring birds may seem almost fixed above the shimmering plains. In the evening, returning flocks cross warm light on their way toward familiar roosts. Each hour gives the same species a different relationship with the sky. A distant storm changes wind direction before the first rain reaches the ground. Adults travel outward for food, then return with remarkable accuracy. Birds may descend, seek shelter, or move ahead of the approaching weather. Heavy rain reduces visibility and adds weight to feathers. Strong downdrafts can interrupt even the most controlled flight. Trees, reeds, and rocky ledges become valuable refuges until conditions improve. Once the storm passes, the sky may refill almost immediately. Fresh rain often brings insects into the open and creates new feeding opportunities. Their movement follows resources that may appear and vanish within hours. Weather can alter that rhythm without warning. Nesting brings aerial lives back to a fixed point in the landscape. A single tree, reed bed, or patch of ground can become the center of repeated journeys. The nest must remain hidden enough for safety, yet accessible enough for constant arrival. Young birds begin beneath shelter, watching a world they will later enter through flight. Competition becomes more intense when many hunters depend on one concentration of prey. Different predators reduce direct conflict by using different hours, habitats, or techniques. Some depend on speed across open ground. Others rely on ambush from cover or persistence over distance. One predator's kill may become another species' opportunity. Certain hunters excel at overpowering large prey, while others focus on smaller targets. Even so, their lives remain connected through food, fear, and competition. one hunter's presence may force another to alter its route. Parasites, wounds and infection create pressures less visible than hunger. Predators must recognize decline before hunger becomes critical. When food declines, territories may expand and encounters may become more frequent. Such movement increases the chance of conflict with unfamiliar rivals. A predator weakened by illness may lose speed, rank, or access to food. Following moving prey can involve crossing territorial boundaries. A temporary abundance may bring several predator species into the same region. These differences allow several species to share the same ecosystem. The balance among predators changes with every season. Population size reflects the amount of prey and space the land can support. Disease can also spread more easily where animals gather closely. The grasslands may look uniform from afar, yet every kilometre contains a different balance of soil, moisture and growth. It can also carry warning from far beyond the visible horizon. Some patches remain short and heavily grazed, while others rise thick enough to conceal entire herds. Subtle changes in height can transform visibility, feeding conditions, and danger. A shallow depression may hold greener vegetation long after the surrounding plains have dried. The savanna's apparent flatness is broken by countless small features that guide movement. Old channels, termite mounds, and worn trails create structure within the sea of grass. A low ridge can provide a view across country hidden from the ground below. The endless plains are not empty. They are filled with roots repeated across generations. Hooves carve narrow lines through vegetation that soon become shared pathways. Each feature becomes a landmark for animals crossing the open country. These trails connect water, shelter, feeding grounds, and seasonal gathering places. Under strong wind, seed heads lean together and rise again in synchronized motion. Wind moves freely across the grasslands, carrying scent and sound over remarkable distances. A breeze can reveal the direction of rain long before clouds appear overhead. Grass bends in broad waves, making the movement of the air visible across the land. Life on these plains is live beneath an enormous sky and across an equally demanding earth. One gust passes into another until the entire plain seems to ripple. The wet season changes the pace of herbivore life by bringing food closer and reducing the need for long travel. Fresh growth allows animals to rebuild body condition lost during difficult months. Large gatherings create spectacular movement, but also intense competition. The richest feeding grounds are quickly transformed by thousands of mouths and hooves. As grasses mature, animals begin selecting the most nutritious sections. A storm may create green abundance in one valley while the next remains dry. Herbivores track these differences through movement rather than waiting for the land to change around them. Moisture disappears from leaves, stems become coarse, and feeding takes longer. The end of the rains is first visible in the gradual hardening of plants. Green vegetation supports milk production, growth and recovery from injury. Abundance can bring herds together in numbers rarely seen during drought. Rainfall patterns divide the plains into patches of opportunity. Dry season survival begins before the landscape looks fully dry. The herd must work harder to gain the same amount of energy. Sunlight slips between scattered trees and paints narrow ribbons of gold across the open ground. The savanna seems to widen as the glare softens and the horizon becomes easier to see. Even the driest grass catches a final glow before surrendering its color to dusk. The last warmth of the day lingers on the land while the air above it begins to cool. A red sun resting near the horizon can make the entire plain appear suspended between fire and shadow. The colours of evening move across the sky while the ground grows steadily quieter below. Long bands of light travel over ridges and hollows that seemed almost invisible at midday. The low sun gives depth to every trail, footprint and line of bent grass. A warm haze gathers in the distance, softening the border between land and sky. Golden reflections flicker across dust, water, and moving bodies in the final minutes of daylight. The sun sinks lower, and the open plains seem to hold their breath for the coming night. A single migration may influence the future of an entire region. When one path closes, another may open somewhere across the plains. The land offers alternatives to those capable of finding them. Every plant, animal, and season contributes to the same unfolding system. The wilderness is held together by relationships that remain mostly unseen. A distant storm may shape events far from where it falls. The final chapter belongs to no single species. Survival is often hidden in the ability to change direction. Its resilience comes from life continuing in many forms at once.